All right, good victoryless Monday, everybody.
That's one way to open it up.
Yeah,
Huh?
we got to do it somehow, right?
No more Victory Mondays.
No more Victory Mondays for a couple months at least. We'll put it that way. Joey Ellis in here for Tim Staudt as we talk about the Lions game. You were here last night at the end of the game, as was I. Lots of moaning and groaning from the newsroom, but we did put a post up on our Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram asking our viewers if you could say one thing to the Lions after last night's game, what would it be? What would you say to them?
One thing or one word? One thing.
One thing.
Man, what a season.
Yeah.
I mean, literally the fact that we were still, moaning and groaning last night after, a couple plays here and there, and this team is going to the Super Bowl. I don't think anybody really expected that preseason.
No.
Even during the season, I'm not sure people, we knew this team was good. We didn't know how good they actually were. And a couple plays, a couple drops, a couple potential field goals maybe instead of fourth downs, and this team's playing in Vegas in 2 weeks against Kansas City. But I mean, what a season! They put themselves in a spot to be right there.
I'm pretty happy that
sure.
We're talking about it on January 29th.
Right? Normally at this point we're looking ahead to the draft. Who are they going to be drafting
Exactly.
in the top 5, 10, and now they'll have pick 29 or 30.
But I mean, we are used to saying this well before January.
Right? I mean, this is
now we're not. So.
Uncharted waters. They've never been in this spot before.
It is.
Never been to a Super Bowl. Obviously, fans would have loved to see them in there. And Dan Campbell said last night, you don't know, there's no guarantee that you're going to get back to this point. So, and there isn't. I mean, the division only gets tougher next year. Green Bay's good. Chicago's adding, and Minnesota's good, obviously. But there is no guarantee to get back there. And to lose the way they did, having the lead at halftime, playing so well, and it was a dream half, and then a avalanche of a third quarter, and you blinked, and it was nearly over.
I'm wondering what Shanahan said to his team at halftime.
I don't know.
To have the tides turn so much.
I don't know if there was a lot. I mean, Detroit outplayed them. And, San Fran capitalized in the third quarter, but again, Detroit didn't help themselves. They all season long they've been so good at when a team is building momentum, that team has found a way to, kind of push back against it and seize any momentum before it gets out of hand. And that was really the first time all year that you just saw it completely unravel. It looked like the moment was too bright for them. Mm-hmm. Looked like they had never been there before. In San Fran, 3 straight years. Conference championship game, and it just got out of hand too quickly. And even so, in the fourth quarter, that second potential chance to get a field goal, they go for it on fourth down, falls incomplete. I mean, you weathered the storm. You weathered that third quarter. You had a chance to tie the football game late in the game. They go for it. People were on the fence of it. Could have kicked the field goal. It's a brand new ball game, tied, and they didn't. And then San Fran gets the late touchdown and kind of put it out of hand. So tough way to lose.
Do you think that now, I mean, they kind of became America's team.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sorry, Dallas, throughout this whole run. But do you think now that America kind of knows what the Lions can bring to the table, it's going to be even tougher?
Right.
Because now everybody knows what to expect. And the expectations are so high from fans and opponents.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's what Dan Campbell said yesterday. They're not going to be sneaking up on anybody. The division is going to be tough, obviously, but every team now knows what this team is capable of. But that group is very, especially those core young guys, it seems like they've got kind of that edge that, they know they can take it a step further. And obviously the way they lose stings, but they're not going to sneak up on anybody next year. But again, can they get back to this point? Who knows? But they will certainly have another good team. But coming up short like they did for a fan base that had never seen that, you should be rejoicing just being in that game. But obviously when you're so close to doing something you've never done and then to lose it the way you did, and after 30 minutes playing so well, it's tough.
So a lot of people were comparing this to when Michigan lost to TCU and how so many of the players and the coach used it as fuel to come back.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Do you think it's not too far-fetched?
No, it's pretty similar. It's the first time in that kind of game. It was the first time in that game. I guess I would go even Michigan-Georgia. At that point, Michigan was just lucky to be there. They were fortunate to be there. Found out what goes into it, got humbled pretty substantially, and then obviously the TCU game the year after. But it's similar. I mean, just getting into that game and
knowing what could have been.
Knowing what it entails to going in and winning 2 games and potentially having a chance to play for the top seed, which is they had chances. You know, that Dallas loss looms large still.
People are
But
still talking about that one.
still talking about it. But yeah, now they've kind of got the taste. They've got the fire. And a lot of those guys just seem like they have that chip where they feel that they can take it a step further. And they're going to bring a lot of those guys back next year.
Yeah.
The good thing is a lot of those guys making significant contributions are all young guys. I mean, you have 3 rookies who are really, really good
Really
players.
good, yeah.
And 3 major pieces of what they want to do on both sides of the ball. The draft will be big, obviously. Who do you go out and address?
Plus, it's in Detroit.
It's in Detroit, so yeah. I mean, it's a tough way to lose. A lot of fans, and you know, I didn't sleep much just running through
I know you
plays.
did.
You know, just running through plays in your head of what could have been. But
We're going to take a look at what some of you have said on our Facebook page. It has, I don't know why I just did that. It has about, where did it go?
down.
There it is. There we go. It has 238 comments so far. Some people are saying things like, heck of a run, watch out for the Lions next year. What else? We're all very proud. Some people are saying your coaches lost this game for you. There was a lot of that right away after the game ended. So you kind of see a little bit of both here. Both people saying, my favorite one was from Libby. She said, you guys brought the state together in a way I haven't seen in years. That was pretty, that I noticed a lot of.
No doubt. I mean, you had people coming out from in droves just to support. I mean, it's been success this entire state hasn't seen from that organization maybe ever.
You saw the video of them chanting Jared Goff's name at the Red Wings, Pistons, Griffins, Wolverines, Broncos,
They did in Michigan
everything.
State hockey both nights.
Everything.
Yeah.
Just across the state.
And they embraced it. I mean, they kind of sensed that. I think that team wanted to win more so for the fans than themselves. So
I think so too.
I mean, just this, I've never seen a city just galvanize over a team and their rare success like they had. But yeah, tough way to lose. I don't know. You know, you could talk about the coaching decisions. I could go for an hour on
We'll have
that.
another time for that. We got shows to do
no doubt.
in a little bit less than an hour. So, all right, anything else you guys are working on? I know it's you and Fred in there working on.
Yeah, I mean, just
for tonight.
still revisiting the aftermath of the loss and hearing from players and coaches still, and then we'll turn the page probably to the NFL draft soon. We'll focusing on that, and obviously, like you said, it's in Detroit, so it's exciting.
It's
So a lot going on there.
About 3 months from now, right?
End of April?
Yeah, end of April. So it'll be coming up, and a lot of good players going into the draft this year. We all know that from college levels. So there's going to be a good talent pool.
No doubt.
Talent of whatever
Right.
in the draft this year for teams to pick from. All right, well, that's what we've got. Make sure you follow everything we have Lions. Our Seth Wells was out there with a crew in San Francisco. So we have all of that on our website, WILX.com. And Joey and Fred will have more a little bit later. Until then, have a great Monday, everybody. Thanks for watching.